Hello, hello. Hey, Bo. Hey, Westside. Hey, Free King. Hey, Lurkers. How is everybody doing? Hey, Philip. If you guys are getting a background hiss, it's because I have the fan on. It is hot and humid right now. Sitting at a balmy 95 degrees at the moment. It's all right. I'm easy to forget. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, I'll be happy when we get into next month, and at least, if nothing else, the evenings will be cooler. Can't believe you've been here for 4 years. I can't believe I've been doing this for 6. Glad you've been around that long. Hopefully you'll be around for another 4. Well, happy birthday. You're thinking ahead. Yeah, I started this channel in August of 2018. Yeah, I turned 48 like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, somewhere in there, back in July 23rd. So I figure at the rate I'm going, somewhere around the 10 to 12 year mark, I will be celebrating the 1,000 subs. Hey, Doug. Hey, Rosebud. $104 in California. Man, it's hotter there than here, and I'm in Arizona. Bo, the way I've always looked at it is I think a lot of the channels, like especially coin channels that, you see with like 40, 50,000 subs, a lot of those I have a feeling are bots. So I've always had a thing where, I don't want to go pay the services to get a bunch of subs that are all bots. I prefer to have mine be, real, true, organic subs. I've been amazed we're not more popular considering our prices are better than a lot of the channels out there. Because I don't allow people to bid stuff up just to compete against each other. But I'll still always hope for that day when, we come on to do these streams and we got 40, 50, 60 people on. Maybe it'll happen someday. Maybe. Hey, Moosox. So for those of you that are on the mailing list, if any of you are hoping for it, the gold coin did sell in pre-sale. Rosebud is now the proud owner of that coin. Oh yeah, YouTube never knows how many people are on. YouTube is terrible about letting you know how many people are actually on. Yeah, World Silver is getting harder to get. I get lucky when I'm able to get a bunch. And that's why, a lot of the times I'll have stuff that a lot of you guys already have, and I'll still have it in there just in case there's that one person that doesn't. But, with how slim the pickings are right now, I'll take what I can get when I can get it. And especially since I've kind of developed a reputation of being the biggest seller of World Silver on YouTube. I do my best to make sure I can always get it. Alright, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, then we'll get the beginning stuff out the way. Yeah, the estimate right now, Philip, is that roughly about 80% of all world silver has now been melted down. So anytime you're ever looking at world silver and you see, what the mintage number is, knock 80% off of that, and that's about what your actual amount available out there is. Gonna be me, gotta be me. Heck yeah, to thine own self be true. Yeah, and the sad thing is that, you know, people that are just melting down these giant batches of world silver don't realize there could very well be, you know, 10 coins in that bucket that are, if they just sold them as coins, were worth more than the silver of all of those coins. All they care about is just getting the silver money. That's all most dealers care about. That's how I buy my world silver in bulk. I do it based off of melt. You know, every now and again, if it's a really good coin and a dealer knows what they're dealing with, then I'm paying out more for a coin. But a lot of the world silver that I get, especially the really common stuff, you know, I'm going in, I'm grabbing a big pile of it that I go through and pick out a big pile, and then they weigh it up and give me a price, and that's that. The difference is when you get into, like, you know, stuff like Panama and, you know, the big 925 sterling coins, stuff like that. Stuff that's, you know, really rare. Anything 1800s, of course, you're not paying melt for those. You're paying actual prices. I would love to get a really good collection of reals someday. That'd be awesome. One of the coins coming up tonight is actually 3 of them, I think, are... Yeah, there's a 4 real and then 2 1 reals that were recovered from a ship that went down in 1622. Sorry, had you muted. What'd you miss? Oh, nothing. We've just been talking smack about you. Not that expensive. There are some of the 8 real coins out there that are in the thousands, dude. You don't have any room to store any more coins? That's a lot of coins. All right, for anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use cheapskatecoins@gmail.com and use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. You will find the email right below the Goth Bunny. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Gachera. That's me. You are in the right place. Shipping is $6 to $23. $6 being the little purple bubble mailer, $23 being a large flat rate box. If you want your package sent registered, there's an additional $35 charge on top of that. We do hold packages if you want to maximize your shipping. So if you want to maximize your shipping, just send me an email and say, hold my package. If you're new, you can't get stuff tonight. You just have to email us by the end of the night. The email has to have your personal info, shipping info, channel name, which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If we do not get that email by the end of the night, you will not get anything, and we do not ship without payment. Make sure you check the description below for all of our other rules and regulations pertaining to our sales. So I want to make sure, because I forget to say it so often, we do not ship international. That is just a headache that we don't like dealing with. Here's our Facebook link. If you're on Facebook, go give us a follow. Today's lot list is on there. It is the top post. We do post the lot list up there every day we have a sale. We also have a mailing list. If you want to be on the mailing list, shoot me an email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com, and say, add me to the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, you get the lot list at least 2 days before every sale, and you have the ability to pre-purchase items as soon as that email hits. It is first come, first serve, just like our sales, so if you want something, don't wait, jump on it. We do not charge for pre-sales until after the night of the stream, so anybody who got pre-sales off of this week's mailing list will not be charged until after the stream is done tonight. Also on the mailing list, just in case anybody's ever worried about it, the only other thing the mailing list is used for is like, you know, if for some reason I have to reschedule a sale, which happens from time to time, then I will send out a notice on everybody on the mailing list to let them know. That's about it. You get the lot list and you get notices if a sale is going to change. That's pretty much all it gets used for. Well, I think it's just that they don't want to have to pay for it. Or they might have a concern of not being available to sign for it on the other end. You know, also, full transparency. Just because you had it shipped registered, if anything happens to it, does not mean that you are actually going to be able to get the post office to refund you for it. One of the guys I buy stuff from all the time had $10,000 worth of gold that went missing in a package that was sent registered. It had the top insurance you could possibly have on it and everything. And all he ended up getting back was he got the shipping charge back. And he fought them for like a year. So he was out $10,000 worth of gold. He, of course, had to refund the guy that bought it. So you got to be really careful when it comes to the post office, because they are crooked as hell. And they will do, and you know, it's Assurion, and Assurion is one of the most crooked insurance companies out there. Assurion is going to do everything in their power to never have to pay anyone ever for anything. You want to be careful even letting the mailman know what you're getting, because if they think it's something of high value, it could, you know, you could find it going missing. Not to say your particular mailman is that way, but you want to be careful about who you let know what you're getting in the mail. Always protect yourself. That's why we always make sure our packages are nice and snug and there's nothing jingling inside. All right, just the reminder again. We do have one more of the 300 banknote albums left. So if anybody needs an album for your banknotes, we have one left. It's $55. Keep in mind, if you do get it, you are going to be in a large flat rate box. That is unfortunately the only box it will fit in. Yeah, be careful how you answer that question. We've also got the universal airtights. These are the ones that hold anything from a dime to a silver eagle. So these are, we have 16 bags available. They're 10 airtights per bag. They're $5 per bag. I'll do a deal tonight. If anybody gets 3 or more bags, I'll make it $4 per bag if you get 3 or more. That's for tonight only. So if anybody needs airtights, let me know. All right. Oh, by the way, the later this week I will be doing a Coin Talk episode, and it will have the giveaway for everybody who got something last month. For anybody new, I have 2 different giveaways if you don't already know about it. One of them is if you get something at any point during the month, you get automatically entered into a giveaway. And at some point in the next month, I will do a stream and I will do the giveaway for everybody who got something. It's only one entry per person, so you're not getting entered every time you get something. It's just once. It could be something small, something medium, something large. You never know. But hey, it's free. The other giveaway is when we do sellouts. Then anytime during a month that we do a sellout, I take a percentage of the total of the list and I put it into a pot. And then at the end of the month, whatever's in that pot, if anything, the last time we did a sellout was in January. But whatever's in that pot, I will go and get the best coin I can possibly get for how much is in that pot. So just a reminder, guys, if we can ever get to the point where we're selling out every week, you could easily end up finding me doing a $600-800 or higher coin. And the only people that are eligible for that giveaway are the people who bought something during that sellout sale. So keep that in mind. The best coin we've given away so far for that was a... let me look it up real quick. Give me a sec. Let me pull up the chart where I keep track of all of that. Where is it? There it is. Doing. It was. Where'd it go? It's that cat bus $50. There it is. It was an 1834 small date and letters cat bust half AU. And that's like a $650 coin. And that was just one. That was back when we were doing like 2 or 3 people at each giveaway. But then I gave everybody the option of, do you want me to keep doing like 2 or 3 people every week? Or do you want me to just use it all for one coin and the best coin I can possibly get? And everybody voted they wanted to just do the best coin I could possibly get and just pick one name. But this was before that. So during that same giveaway, we also gave away an 1883 25-cent Kingdom of Hawaii coin in VF, which is like a $150 coin, and then an 1834 half penny from Britain in VF, which is like, I think that was like an $80 or $90 coin. So that was all in one giveaway from sellouts. Just for example. So that's why I always say, tell your friends, get your friends here, because the more people we have, the better chance of sellouts every week, and the better chance that you're going to be able to win a really cool coin. But, all right, let's get this thing going. Kicking off, as always, with World Banknotes. First one up tonight is a 2006 and 7 2 crony from Estonia. So this is a 2-year design. They only use the design for 2 years. And it is going for $2. Get that out of the way so you can see the little symbol down there. Yeah, I wish they wouldn't do that. That's why back when we were doing the hand-created labels, or we were writing out the labels, we always put CSC, because nobody knew what CSC is. Anybody? $2. You know, it's very important that you guys always protect yourself when it comes to your packages, because there's a lot of porch pirates out there that are jacking packages. All right, moving on. Hey, Hidden. Next up, 1991 10 dinara from Croatia, uncirculated note for $2. One thing I ever lost in the mail was a check to Atmex for silver. Hey, that still sucks. Amazingly, in the entire time of doing this, we've only had one package that disappeared during shipping. And thankfully, it was a fairly low dollar. I think the value of the package was like $68 or something like that, so it wasn't too bad. All right, moving on. Oh, you wanted to see the back again? Okay, before I show the next one, here you go, Doug. The back is upright on this particular note. With the tall, steepled building there. The little acorn. Going to Doug. Congrats, sir. And that brings us to the 2016. Oop, that's the wrong one. 2016 10 million won. This is known as the novelty hell money from China. It's uncirculated and $2. Yeah, so luckily we've only ever had one package that actually disappeared during transit. We have had a couple of people that had it disappear after it got delivered, and then they were bummed out when I reminded them that our policy is once it's delivered to you and the tracking shows it's delivered, that endeth our responsibility on the package. We have done everything we were supposed to. So it is now between you and the post office. And that's why I always make sure to tell everybody. Ooh. Sorry. Didn't mean to bump the camera. That's why I always tell everybody, make sure you keep an eye out for your packages. And by the way, when you guys go and look at your tracking, you have the ability, if you're worried about it, you have the ability to tell them to hold it at the post office. So you can pick it up there. Rabbit's missing a unicorn. All right, moving on. Next up, 1973 $1 Canada banknote, $4. Yeah, that can happen too. You can have it, especially if you're in an apartment complex, you can have it delivered to wrong places. Anybody? Not sure why I'm talking like Yoda. I don't know. Have you watched Star Wars lately? Alright, moving on. Not much love for banknotes tonight, I see. Next up is 1981 Cruzeiro Brazil. Over $2. Alright, moving on. Oh, nope, that one's going to Aaron. Congrats, Aaron. All right, next up. All good. $3 for the Canada note. Yeah, why not? Just because I like you. Canada going to Bo for $3. Congrats, sir. Say what? Oh, hang on. Aaron, you're bidding on the Canada? Bo, you might not be getting the Canada. Are you sure? Because if you're bidding on the Canada, that means that you beat Bo on it. All right, Bo. He's letting you have it for the $3. All right, so that Brazil is still available. If anybody wanted it. All right, next up. 1981 to 84, 200 Cruzeiros from Brazil. Going for $2. Tell you what, if anybody wants both the Brazils, I'll do both for $3. So you get the 81 to 84, 200 Cruzeiros, and you'll get the 1981 Cruzeiro for $3. Anybody? Man, no love for Brazil banknotes. All right, moving on. Next up. This is the 1993 to present design. 5 Tonga from Mongolia. Uncirculated for $2. Going to Moosox Scratzer. All right, next up. $19.90, 50 pesos from Guinea-Bissau. Uncirculated for $2. All right, moving on. All right, and the last two are the 1981 25 dinars from Iraq AU and the 1982 25 dinar AU. Or if anybody wants both, I will do both for $6. So if you get both, you save $2. There's 81 and 82. Anybody? All right, moving on. If you decide you want any more of those banknotes, let me know. All right, medallions. Got a short list for medallions tonight because all of them are silver. The 1976 California one went in pre-sale. So the first one I don't know. I'd have to look. This is a 1972 Franklin Mint Collector Society member medal. It is 925 sterling silver. It is 0.2 ounces of silver. And the proof finish for $7. Ooh, focus. Focus. Anybody? It's a nice little piece of silver. 925 sterling. Let's melt that right now. Melt right now. 27.85. So basically, okay, so 27.85 times 0.2. So melt on this is $5.57 right now. So it's less than $2 over melt. Going to Doug. Congrats, sir. Now you remember? Sure. Why not? Next up. This is a 1976 Bicentennial Day proof medallion. Its assayed silver weight is 0.4366 ounce. Going for $18. All right, so melt on this one. 27.85 times 0.4366. Melt on this one right now is $12.13. Anybody? I do. You can always make offers. Offer away, sir. Or ma'am. Yeah, I can do 15 for it. Going to Rosebud for 15. Right, sir. Oh, by the way, so everybody can at least see it. Rosebud was the one that got this in pre-sale. And so Rosebud can see it on camera. This is the gold coin that Rosebud got in pre-sale. So I couldn't track down exactly what coin it was. But it's a Spanish gold coin that was minted between mid 1500s to early 1600s. And the shipwreck that it went down on went down in 1622. And the setting on it is 14 or 18 karat gold as well. So Rosebud is now the proud owner of that item. Very cool piece. Yeah, the shipwreck was the Nuestra Senora de Atocha. Hey, Ringmaster Ray. Oh, there you go, Rosebud. Ringmaster Ray says it is the Atocha shipwreck 2 escudos. So if that's the coin it is, then thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right, last of the silver medallions. This thing is awesome. I wish I didn't have to sell it, but I do. This is from 1975. It is called the Elf Owl number 44. Check out that finish for starters. This is 2 ounces of silver. This is going for 80 bucks. There were a very limited number of these that were made back in the day. It was a limited edition collector set of 2-ounce silver medallions of various birds made by the Franklin Mint. But of course, 2 ounces of silver, the melt on this alone, at this particular moment, is just shy of 56 bucks on just the melt. That is awesome, awesome, beautiful piece. It is etched on the side. The 925 sterling etch is on the side. And then of course that awesome finish on this side. That is a big piece of silver. This isn't a 2.5 by 2.5. This is a big coin, or a big medallion. Anybody? Yeah, we've got these here in Arizona. And nobody. I thought sure somebody would have loved this thing. I could go 75. Probably best price, absolute best price I could do on it would be like 73. So if you come up $3, I'll let it go for 73. All right, well, for right now, moving on. So, Bo, if you decide you want that, let me know. Or if anybody else decides you want to, let me know. All right, next up, still got this guy I'm trying to unload. It's a full roll of Canadian small cents, mixed dates. Going for $5. Hey, mobile coins. Anybody have $5? All right, moving on. Next up is a 2002 A. That's the mint. Germany mint set. Going for $15. So that's the Staatlich Moons Berlin mint. So you got your €2, the €1 right there. 50 cent, 20 cent, 10 cent, 5 cent, 2 cent, and 1 cent. Calm down. There we go. Anybody? All right, moving on. This one's brand new. I just got this one in. 1991. This was Soviet era Russia. Mint set, still in the original sleeve. And this one's going to Bo. Congrats, sir. Oop, that's upside down. And then inside of that, Bo, it opens up. Gives a bunch of info. Luckily in English. Some of it's in English, not all of it. All right. All right. Next up. Oh, was that double nickels when he was coming around? All right, so these are the other coins from that same shipwreck. Ship went down and it was a Spanish galleon called the Nuestra Sonora de Atocha. It went down in 1622. And these were all recovered from that wreck. Okay, I gotcha. So, of course, as I said, the gold one went in pre-sale. These all have gold with them, though, because the settings are gold. All right, so this one is a 1577 to 89 4 real Peru. It's 93.1% silver. It's probably better than an about good, but I just put about good just because it is a shipwreck recovery. So, you know, it's been cleaned and serviced to be able to have it look like that. It's in a 14 karat gold dolphin setting. So if you can see right there, that's actually a dolphin. Which is pretty cool. This one's going for 75 bucks. Anybody? Oh, there we go. That's right side up. I think. Nope. That is right side up. There we go. Wow, nobody. Yeah, I thought sure somebody would have wanted that. That is an awesome piece of history. Hey, the dolphin just gives it character. If you're not worried about it, take the bezel off. Then you just have the coin. Sell the bezel as a little scrap piece of gold. Wants a shark. You can pretend it's a shark. Alright, moving on. That actually really surprises me that nobody wants that. Alright, and then next ones, I have 2 of these available. So these were put in earring settings. These are 1572 to 98, 1 reals. 93.1% silver. They are 14 karat gold settings. Recovered from the same shipwreck. Of course, there is two of them because it came as a pair. If anybody wants both to have the pair, I'll knock $10 off if you get both. I'll do it for $70 if you want both. So if anybody wants the full set, I'll knock another $10 off. $135 for the whole set. That drops these to 35s and this one down to 65. I know, right? 1500s silver reals recovered from a shipwreck with gold settings and nobody wants them. And that's even my best price. That's pretty much my break-even price. $135, Rosebud, for all of it. For all three pieces. I'll tell you what, Rosebud, if you get them, I'll knock $20 off of your gold one too. That way you have the whole set, all 5 pieces or 4 pieces. So I'll knock your gold one from 140 down to 120. 4 real from 75 to 65, and the 1 reals go down to 35 each. So congrats to Rosebud for getting all of them. That's awesome. Keeping them all together. "'Twas meant to be." All right. Next up. These coins will seem a little superfluous compared to the ones we were just looking at. 1942 quarter rupee. 50% silver, extremely fine. Going for $6. Yeah, it's just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes people want everything. Sometimes people don't want anything. You know, I'm going to go to the scope. These are kind of small. Scopage. Ooh, let's get it facing the right direction. Quarter rupee. Anybody? $6. Of course, King George the Younger. This also depends, on, what money people have to spend that particular night, too. Could be that everybody on the stream wanted it, they just didn't have the money for it. Alright, moving on. Hey, we're at 18 people right now. That's awesome. Hello, everybody. All right, next up, 1944 quarter rupee. $50 silver, VF for $5. Tell you what, anybody wants both? 42 and 44. I'll give you $3 off. I'll do $8 for both if anybody wants both. Hey, we're at 19 now. And Kellen L has been in both. Grat, sir. How you been, man? All right. The China coin, the Candarines, and the Bahama 50 cent both went in pre-sale. So we are now on to the 1966 $1 Bahamas. 80% silver BU. 408,000 minted. So based on what we were talking about earlier, be what, 408,000. You can figure roughly about 81,600 of these are left out there in the world that have not been melted down. Over $20. Very cool conch shell design. Anybody? Going to Moose Socks. Scratzer. Next up, one coin from Syria. It is the 1947 50 piastres, 60% silver, extremely fine, $8. I'd love to go there someday. Going to Kellen L. Gratzer. I'd love to see the ocean in person someday. I've never been able to see it in person yet. That is on my bucket list. Which is pretty sad, considering the ocean is an 8-hour drive from here, and I've never been able to go. No, not Syria. The Bahamas. Heck no, there's not really anywhere in the Middle East I'd ever want to go. Like, I'd like to go to Egypt, but that's more Africa than Middle East. Alright, next up, two coins from Australia. First one is 1966 pence. That's one of the 50% years. EF for $5. Look at the scope on this one. Kind of hard to see it right there. So, 1963 was the final year of the 50% silver coins. And then, of course, from 45 down was, they were all 925 sterling. All right, moving on. All right, and then our other coin from Australia today. 1944 S. Florin. 925 sterling silver, VF, toned. Going for 14 bucks. It's got like a cool patina on it. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next up, we have one lonely coin from Britain. It is the 1921 sixpence, 50% silver VG, going for 4 bucks. Oh, nice. Yeah, they only did that for 1 year. It was the 1 year Newfoundland 20 cent. Very cool. I'm always on the lookout for those because I got a couple of people that want them. All right, moving on. Next up, you guys might be a little spent on Germany after last week, but I do have 2 Germany coins tonight. First one is a 1951 F5 marks. 62.5% silver, extremely fine, 8 bucks. Anybody? All right, moving on. Did not have any of these last week. All last week's were all 2 marks and 5 marks. This one is a 72 F10 mark. One of the Olympiad coins. 62.5% silver, AU toned, 15 bucks. Anybody? Going to Kevin. Congrats, sir. All right. The Cuba coin went in pre-sale, so we are now on to Sweden. First one up is the 1950 10 ore. 40% silver AU. Let me scope this one. This is a smaller coin. Over $4. Anybody? All right, moving on. To the 43 1 kroner. 40% silver VF, $6. All right, moving on. To 1965 1 kroner. 40% silver. VF does have that little corrosion spot right there, which is why it's only $5. Might actually undergraded that, because that's got a good bit of luster. It's just got the, and then it's got some corrosion on the reverse. But I mean, if you're careful, you could pretty easily deal with that corrosion. Probably do the freezer trick and pop a lot of that off. Science. All right, moving on. To the 1967 1 kroner. Well, acetone works too. You just got to be careful if you're dipping it. The freezer effect works better for if you have like crud on it. Because when you have to, first off, you have to make sure it's in something airtight. But when you put it in the freezer, the metal will contract faster than the crud on the metal, which causes it to pop off. Sometimes it takes a few attempts. And then make sure you keep the bag sealed when you take it out and it starts to warm up again, because you don't want the condensation to get on the coin. So a little trick for anybody out there. It's called the freezer trick. And that one does have a little corrosion spot on it. But it is an uncirculated coin. It just got some moisture at some point. Tell you what, anybody wants all 4 Swedens? I will knock 7, 13, 17, 18, 19. Would have been $22 regular. I'll knock $7 off. $15 for all 4. And Doug's taking that deal. Grat, sir. All right. Doug beat you to it, Kellen. All right, next up, we got 1 coin from Mexico. So these were done for 3 years, I believe. And they trick a lot of people. A lot of people don't realize that these exist. This is the 1993 10 peso bimetal coin. The inner core is 925 sterling silver. It's an extremely fine. It does have a bit of a scratch on it. But it's going for $8. And going to Kellen. Gratzer. But yeah, if I remember right, they only did those for 3 years, and a lot of people think they're just the regular bimetals. They don't realize that that core is silver for those years. All right, Canada. All right, so if anybody was hoping the 2 $20 coins from Canada went in pre-sale. Next up is 1967 Canadian dime. That's the centennial year. 80% silver AU. So one with the fish. Picked up 80-40 halftime. Nice. That's awesome, dude. The fish. All right, moving on to the 1906 large crown, 25 cent. 925 sterling silver, good. NGC list on this coin is $30. I'm doing it for 18. Hey, Copper Owl. If you ever find the small crown version of this coin, this would be like $800. Anybody, $18? Wow, nobody wants that. I thought sure somebody would want that. King Edward ears are tough to get in anything. Oh, yeah, I can do 15 moose. Going to moose for 15. Congrats, sir. And the last of the Canada coins. 1959, 25 cent. 80% silver and fine, $6. It's got some cool toning on it. Tell you what, anybody wants both, I'll do both for 10. Give you $1 off. So you get the fish dime and the 59 quarter. $10. Anybody? This is the last of the world silver, by the way. The again, the two $20 coins and the big 72 Cayman Islands 25 coin went in pre-sale. Danny Dave's taking the deal. Congrats, sir. And Danny Dave, don't forget I'm invoicing you for the couple of coins you had me hold last week. As well tonight. All right, into American coinage. Kicking off American coinage tonight is a 1944 D 10 centavo USA Philippines. These are the coins that are known as the Lost American coins. $75% silver AU, $4. Ooh, glare. Scopage. There you go. Now you can actually see it. Anybody? Starting to get toning spots on there. Pretty good price for $4 for an AU. All right, moving on. Next up, got a 1909 VDB Lincoln Wheat Cent. It's in a fine, going for $3. See your VDB initials down there. So unfortunately, it's not the S. Anybody at $3 for an 09 VDB? What's your tab? One sec. Rosebud, right now you're at $270 before shipping. You're very welcome. All right, moving on. Yeah, pretty much the last couple of coins everybody has to get is the VDB, the SVDB, and the 14D. Next up is a 98S proof. Going for $2. So you guys both already have your 14Ds? Because that's the true key date of the Wheat Series. Very nice. I have never owned a 14D. Alright, moving on to the 2007S proof for $2. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, no, it's the right one. I just mistyped. It's actually 2003. I typed the wrong date on the list. Oops. Typo. There we go. Now it's right. Remove. Moving on. Next up is a 2017 PBU. Going for $4. These things are getting hard to come by. This is, of course, the only year the mint ever put the P mint mark on the penny. These things right now, last time I checked, these were listing for like $15 in BU. Hey, if you got any high grades in that roll, those are some good dollar value coins. I used to be able to get these by the roll. I used to sell them by the roll, but now it's nearly impossible to get them. They've all been scooped up. Yeah, let me see real quick. Give me 1 second. Let's see, Lincoln Cent Modern Shield. $17p. Red. Let me bring you guys over here with me real quick. So PCGS Coin Facts 2017P red. Mint state 63, $6. If you start getting up into the top grades, if you get a mint state 67, $48. 68, which is the highest it's ever been graded, is $500. So, a little bit of value. Yeah, Rosebud, that went in pre-sale. It was actually, it was a typo. It wasn't Bahamas. It was, it was actually supposed to say Cayman Islands. But yeah, it did go in pre-sale. Here's one mod. We got Doug. Doug's a mod. All right, moving on. I get trolls every now and again, but not too bad. They figured out they're not going to get reactions from us here, so they don't even bother. All right, next up. This is a full roll. I was supposed to say 56D. They're actually Denver's. But full roll of circulated 56 Denver's. Going for $4. There we go. Now it's corrected. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next up is, these are all from 1935, 36, and 37. It's mixed dates. Buffalo nickels. Full roll. It's going for $60. That's only $1.50 per nickel, guys. That is a really good deal. 1909 going to Rosebud. You got it. Nope, it's still available. You got it. And those could be from all three mints in that roll. So at $1.50 per Buffalo nickel, that's a good price. Man. Nobody wants a bunch of Buffalo nickels. Heck, if nothing else, there's 40 channel giveaways right there. All right, moving on. Next up, hey Otis. 2004 Keelboat Proof Nickel from Westward Journey series. Going for $2. Hey, we're back up to 19 again. Haven't hit that 20 yet. Need one more person to hit that 20. All right, moving on to the 2004 Piece Metal Proof Decam. Well, that means you need it again. All right, moving on to the 2005 Ocean in View for $2. Proof Decam. All right, moving on to the what seems to be everybody's favorite of this set, the American Bison Proof Decam, $2. And if anybody wants, I will do the whole thing as a set for $6. Saves you $2. All right, moving on. Surprised nobody wanted that. That makes them $1.50 each. And last of the nickels, 2021 Proof Decam. Going for $2. All right, moving on. be doing weekly auctions. Dude, I've been doing weekly auctions for 5.5 years. So yes, I will be continuing to do weekly auctions. They're not auctions, they're all bin sales. But yes, I do weekly, every Tuesday. Alright, next up I got some Baba Dimes. First one is 1911 Denver. And good for $7. You're very welcome. But yeah, I do every Tuesday. I do a sale, and then every now and again, during some point during the week, I do a side stream called Cheapskate Coin Talk. That's not on a set schedule though. It's just it's when it pops up. All right, moving on to the 1912. This one's in a VG for $7. 1912 plain date. Yeah, one's got a good strong strike on it, for sure. Alright, moving on to the 1913 VG for $7. Like I said, I always try and keep my prices good here. I've always made it a point to keep good prices here. That's why I don't do auctions, because I don't want people bidding it up just to compete with each other. I want people to get good prices on their coins. I care about the hobby. I don't just care about making money. I care about that too, but I care, enough about the hobby that I like to keep it good. Because I'm also a collector. Alright, moving on to the 14D VG for $7. Yeah, but I recognize that gouging people for stuff just hurts the hobby. And I don't want to hurt the hobby. I want to see more people get into the hobby. Alright, moving on. Last of the barber dimes for tonight is 16 San Francisco VG for $7. Oh yeah, I've seen channels that people will bid stuff up 5 times what it's actually worth, and it's ridiculous. I hate that. This one's going to Dandy Dave. I don't call out the channels by name because I just don't want to cause problems, but I'm sure you guys know which ones they are. Next, Merc Dimes. Starting at 1941, plain date. VF for $3. All right, moving on to 1942, plain date VF for $3. All right, moving on to 43, VF $3. Moving on to 43, Denver, VF for $3. All right, and the last one, 44, plain date, VF for $3. You can always go with Cash App instead. You just link your bank account to Cash App, and then it takes like 2 minutes to set it up. All right, moving on. And the fees for using Cash App are cheaper than PayPal. All right, so you guys just saw me do a bunch of barber dimes for $7 a piece. How about a barber quarter for $7? 1902, plain date and good. Barber quarter for $7. Man, nobody wants a barber quarter for $7. All right, moving on. How about a standing lib quarter for $7? 26, plain date. Dandy Dave, were you bending on the barber or the standing lib? Your bend came in first. On the bar. All right, Moose Sox Dandy Dave beat you to it. You've been to 26 already. Awesome. So Barber quarter going to Dandy Dave. Standing lib quarter going to Moose Sox. Congrats and congrats. All right, who wants a key date? Here's a chance for somebody to pick up a key date. You'll take the Barber dimes at $6 each? Yeah, I can do that. All 5 Barber dimes for $6 each to Rosebud. Well, 4 out of 5, because one of them sold to Dandy Dave. All right. Now then, back to the question I asked. Who wants a key date? It's a chance for somebody to add a key date to their collection. 1846 New Orleans medium date. Seated Liberty $50. It's in a VG. Estimated 600 survival in all grades, making this a key date coin. Going for $80. Anybody? Wow, nobody wants this. It's on PCGS. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, it shows you the survival. I'll show you real quick. Coin facts. There we go. Seated Liberty $50. $46.0 medium date. Here, let me switch to browser view. All right, PCGS coin facts. 46.0 medium date. So the one I've got is in a VG. That means your list is between 100 and 125. Go all the way to the bottom. Estimated survival, all grades, 600. Mint state 60 or better, 20. 65 or better, 2. So that is your survivals. The highest graded ever was a 65 plus. There's been one. I could hold it for next week, Dandy Dave. I can invoice you on it next week. All right, going to Dandy Dave. Gratzer. And I'll just put that note next to it. Bang, next week. Awesome. Next up, 1854 plain day with arrows at date. Hey, Jack fans. This one's in a VF. Check that out. Going for 125. That is an awesome coin. I got a little bit of wiggle room on it. I could do 110. Going to Moose Socks for 110. Gratzer. All right. Next up, we've had dime and quarter. Now here's a $50. 1902 plain date barber half. It's in a good 14 bucks. Anybody? Man, not much love for barbers tonight. All right, moving on. Next up, just a couple of coins I thought somebody might want for their collection. Got a 76S Kennedy clad proof. Going for $4. Yeah, it's because I have a fan on Dandy Dave because it's still in the 90s here. So it's creating a bit of a hiss. Sorry about that. Could be out of the throwing penalty box. Alright, moving on. And I got a 2022 P Kennedy half dollar going for $2. BU. I still need to find the 24s. I haven't gotten my 24s for this year yet. Alright, moving on. Next up, 1972S Ike dollar, 40% silver, PCGS, Mint State 67. And it's the old school PCGS holder. It's always cool when you see these. $28. Ooh, little air. Very shiny coin. Anybody? Heck yeah, it is. That's 3 points from perfect. I'm actually surprised nobody's gotten this one yet. This is like the third time I've had it up. Hey, we're at 20. Woohoo! 20 viewers. Alright, moving on. What's crazy is that nobody's even tried making an offer on it. So apparently nobody wants them. Next up is a 1980 San Francisco Susie B BU. Going for $5. This, you know, for being a short series, these things get a lot of hatred that they don't deserve. Those are decent coins. I have never had an issue with Susan B. Anthony dollars. You didn't realize that San Francisco did BUs? Well, there you go. All right, moving on. Next up. Oh yeah, they do. $2007 Sacagawea dollar proof decam. $4. See, I have never once in my life mistaken one of those for a quarter. So that just tells me that people need to pay better attention. It's a different size. It's got a different design. It is obviously not a quarter. All right, moving on. To the 2008. Home for $4. All right, and then the one I forgot to add to the list when I mailed it out, the 2009. That was when it started the Native American history series for the reverse. $4. If anybody wants all three, 7, 8, and 9, I will do it for $6 or $9. Saves you $3. Drops them to $3 each. How many years has the eagle on the back? 2000 through 2008. 2009 started the American History Series reverse. So 9 years has the eagle. You are very welcome. All right, I'm going to move on. Philip, if you end up needing any of those, let me know. All right, and then next up. Hey, William, I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been, man? All right, next up, presidential dollars. Starting with 2009's James K. Polk, Zachary Taylor, John Tyler, and William Henry Harrison for the full set for $12. You got it, Philip. And I do have 2 full sets of the 09s. So I can do that $12 deal for 2 people. Let me mark these for Philip real quick. All right, there's your James K. Polk. Zachary Taylor. John Tyler. And William Henry Harrison. Anybody? Two sets available. All right, moving on. All right, last 4 lots of the list, and then we'll get to the recap. (2010s) Millard Fillmore, James Buchanan, Abraham Lincoln, and Franklin Pierce. And I'll do the same deal on these, full year for $12. Well, yeah, if you do it individually, they're $4 individually. But yeah, I'll do you one for $3. So a James K. Polk going for $3 to Philip. So if anybody else needs just a single one, let me know. I'll do it for $3 for you tonight. You're very welcome. All right, we are moving on. All right, that was the end of the list, so we're on the recap now. All right, banknotes. We've still got the Estonia, the Chinese novelty note, both of the Brazil notes, the Guinea-Bissau, and both of the Iraqs. Anybody on any of the banknotes? If you missed them and wanted to see them again, or if you wanted to bin them, all right, the 1975 Elf Owl medallion, 925 sterling silver. It's 2 ounces of silver weight in that medallion. It's $80. I did let Bo know that I do it for 73. So if anybody wants it for 73, or Bo, if you decided yet if you wanted it. Yeah, one sec, Dandy Dave. So has anybody wanted this one? Bo, did you decide yet? Or are you still here? Okay, well, while you guys look at that, Dandy Dave, I will link you all of the banknotes real quick. Copper Owl coins, it is $73. So Dandy Dave, that's all of the banknotes that are available. And I did do a deal on the Iraq 25 dinars, and if anybody got both, I do it for $6. And then I also did a deal, if anybody got both the Brazils, I do it for $3. And that's this. $73. It's 59 and change just in melt right now for that medallion. Dandy Dave's taking the Brazil banknote set for $3. Let me show you real quick what you're getting. So you're getting this one and this one. Which one are you getting? Are you getting both for $3, right? That's what I said, right? Yeah. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. To Dandy Dave. Alrighty. Got it. All right. Well, if anybody decides you want this, let me know. All right. We still got the full roll of Canadian small cents. It's a mixed date. 50 coins. I had it for $5, but you know what? If anybody wants that tonight, I'll do it for $4. And then the Berlin 2002A mint set from Germany is $15. That's still available. Anybody on either of those? All right, World Silver. We still got the 1966 pence Australia, the 1944 S Florin from Australia, the 1921 sixpence Britain, the 1951 F5 marks from Germany. That's it. Dandy Dave's been in the mint set. Gratzer. All right, we've also got the 1944 D10 Centava USA Philippines AU still available. That one's $4. Yeah, I saw some of them when I looked it up on there for close to $200. I was like, dang. All right, the 98S and 2003S Lincoln Cent proofs, $2 each. And the 2017 P Lincoln Cent BU for $4 are all still available. The 1956 D Wheat Cent roll for $4. It's a circulated roll. The 1935, 36, and 37's mixed date Buffalo nickel roll is still available. Anybody on any of that? All right, all the proof nickels are still available. It's the 2004s Keelboat and Peace Metal, the 2005s Ocean and View American Bison, and the 1921, or the 2021 rather. Anybody on any of those? Also, just a reminder to everybody, I still got one of the 300 banknote albums available. It's $55. I've got 16 bags of the Universal Airtights. Each bag has 10 of them. They're $5 a piece. I'm doing a deal tonight. If anybody buys 3 or more bags, I'll drop them to $4 a piece. So in case anybody needs any of that, that is available. All right, all 5 Mercury dimes are still available, $3 each. It's the 1941, 42, 43, 43 Denver, and 44. They're all VFs. Anybody want the Mercs? All right, the 1902 Barber half in good is still available, $14. The 1976 S Kennedy half is still available. That's the clad proof for $4. And the 1922 P Kennedy BU for $2. Anybody on any of those? All right. The 1972 S Eisenhower dollar, 40% silver, PCGS Mint State 67 is still available. $28. All right, and then 1980 S BU Susan B. Anthony. And pretty much all of the presidential dollars. So last call on everything. Last chance for somebody to get the owls. All right, I'm going to get out of here then. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for coming out. Oh, Rosebud's grabbing the owl. Congrats, Rosebud. That's $73. Show the barber half next week if I still have it. Do you just want me to put it on with your seated Liberty half and I'll just invoice you next week? All right, cool. Barber half going to Dandy Dave to be paid for next week. You got it, sir. It's all good. It's late at night. You worked, you're tired. It happens. All right, last call on everything before I get out of here. Just a reminder, later this week I will be doing a Cheapskate Coin Talk episode, and I will be doing the giveaway for last week during it. So anybody, or for last month rather. So anybody who bought something in the month of July, you will be eligible and you will potentially win. But as always, give me a little bit to get all the invoices together and sent out. And then, as always, if you guys can, get your payments in the next day or two, that really helps me out, so I can go then do shopping to get the stuff for next week. Not required, but if you can, it does help me out. So everybody have a great night. You guys are awesome. Tell your friends. We got to 20 today. Let's see if we can get up to 30 soon. That'd be awesome. Everybody have a great night.